Colombia. 59,000 hectares, 590 square kilometers, 100% owned. The deposit, the Taurus deposit that we have, with the 2.6 million ounces, or 2.3 depending on the cutoff grade, occupies only 1 square kilometer out of 590. We have a lot of room to grow. This is on a 15-kilometer trend. There's multiple showings at surface. There's multiple mines. There's five fast producing mines. And we have both tonnage, semi-netted, open pitable, which is what we have as the Cassiar North Project area. That's what's north of Provincial Highway 37 that bisects our property. So typically around a gram from surface. And then we have the Cassiar South area, which is known for having 4 fast producing vein systems there, on average 3-meter wide veins, running 10 to 20 grams per ton. All of these vein systems are open. And there's a lot of room to continue to extend these known veins, as well as find multiple veins in a 9 kilometers trend there, which provides a lot of exploration upside for both bulk tonnage as well as high grade. A few key advantages as we have as an operator. A lot of people just look at grade or resource size. We tick most of the boxes. We have great access, paved road access to the project and to the deposit year-round. You can access this project and deposit year-round. We can operate it year-round. And we also have ideal topography. You can see that the area of the resource sits on this little dashed line. This is roughly 1 square kilometer. That valley that you see there, it's a tiny portion of our land package, but it's roughly 50 square kilometers. And a lot of the outlying areas of that deposit are prospective. So there's potential to expand the known deposit laterally at depth. There's potential for multiple satellite deposits. There's potential to set up tailings facilities across this area, and then some more. This is just what you can see here. And it's really great topography, flat valley. We don't have steep mountains, we don't have glaciers, we don't have heavy snowfall like you have in some more difficult areas like the Golden Triangle. In addition to that, we have 17 historical portals, 25 kilometers of underground workings connecting those portals to the end mine sections of the high-grade veins, power lines connecting those portals to the fully owned and permitted 300 per day mill that we have. That's specifically well designed for the high-grade veins. We have tailings facilities with capacity. We have access roads in addition to the paved roads, and we also have 48% camp with access to both grid water, grid power and water. So a lot of infrastructure. This really allows us to operate very efficiently today, but more importantly, it significantly lowers the capital requirements for development when the time is to go into production. And we have both the optionality of developing where we have the resource on the bulk tonnage, where we're targeting 200, 300, 500,000 ounce production profile per year, but also optionality on the high grade, for which we have a mill and also have mine permits and all the infrastructure to support it. You can see here a slide with the mine permits. We have 2 mine permits already in place. This is extremely valuable. Most companies don't have mine permits. We have a mine permit at a Taurus Gold mine permit, 1.2 square kilometers, covering most of the Taurus deposit. And then we have the Cassiar South table-mounted mine permit, covering roughly 20 square kilometers. That include the high-grade underground veins, the mill to tailings facilities. That really puts us in a unique position. Another box that is checked. So we really have an ideal platform to deliver value as we advance the project, grow the project in multiple stages, and go through the economic studies and eventually into production. This is just to give you a sense of the potential on the high-grade veins. You can see a table there with the historical production over 300,000 ounces. Weighted average recovered grade there was 16 grams per ton. All of the vein systems are open. There's potential to extend the vein systems along strike and down dip to the east and to the west. There's also potential for blind discovery of parallel and stacked vein systems that periodicity suggests they happen every 400 to 600 meters, and we have a 9-kilometer trend that could host dozens of these. And each of these veins can carry 150,000 ounces or more, as you can see from the main mine. Now going to the north, where we have the bulk tonnage. So we've changed from the high-grade underground veins, where we have an optionality to develop in the short term, to potentially develop this project in 24, 12 months or even less. But on the bulk tonnage in the north, this is where we really have the size. This is where we really have the number of ounces and the size of a project that the mid-tiers and the major gold mining companies are looking for. And again, with mine permit, with infrastructure, and with social license, and with all the ideal conditions like the terrain, topography, roads, etc. So we can see there some of the location of the drilling we've done in the last few years. Around the Taurus deposit, the deposit is open laterally, it's open at depth. And just about the last couple of years, we did 2 drill campaigns where we put 9 drill holes at a new target called New Coast. New Coast is 2.5 kilometers south of the Taurus deposit. All the 9 drill holes were mineralized. The highlight last year was 141 meters at 0.89 grams per ton. They're all a few hundred meters away from each other, 100 meters to 150 meters. We believe that New Coast could be another Taurus. In fact, the old name for New Coast decades ago was Taurus 2. We believe just these 2 targets, the Taurus deposit plus the New Coast target, could get us to the 5 million ounces we want, let alone the rest of the property, for which we have a lot of potential as well. You can see the Taurus deposit outline here. One of the key things of the Taurus deposit is that it starts at surface. 10 meters of overrun on average, 91% of the ounces occur within 150 meters from surface. And it's open laterally, it's open at depth. It's only constrained by drilling. The little drilling that it sits outside the deposit, most of those drill holes are mineralized, and we believe we will connect those and continue to expand. So there's room to grow this deposit laterally, there's room to grow this deposit at depth, and there's also room to grow this deposit internal to the pit shell. So a lot of room to grow. And the other key advantage is we have historical production from this part of our property. 35,000 ounces were produced using a gravity flotation mill that's since been reclaimed. So that gives us a lot of metallurgical comfort as we embark in the full metallurgical studies we're going to be doing in the next few months and announcing in early next year. Now, the potential doesn't end there. We have a very large land package. Most of it hasn't been touched. Most of which, where we've done work, we found anomalies. We found gold at surface, we found gold in drilling, we have 5 past producing mines. Just around the Taurus deposit, there's multiple targets where you see a lot of similarities to Taurus. You see similar style of veining, similar style of alteration, similar mineralization, similar grades where you have data for that. And that's really indicating a much, much larger system. You see the intercepts, how far away they are from the deposits, and that deposit already hosts nearly 2.6 million ounces at a 0.3 cutoff grade. So, a lot of room to grow. We definitely have the geology. You can see here in the grab samples and from mapping and sampling that we have at surface. So every once in a while we have bedrock exposed, sticking out of the soil. Consistently we see the grades that we see at the Taurus deposit, 0.5 gram to 2 grams at surface. So a lot of potential to grow laterally. The New Coast corridor is defined as a 4 kilometer by 800 meter wide corridor. That's over 3 times the footprint of Taurus. So the potential is big. And the 5 million ounces is not that ambitious of a target. This just demonstrates the prospectivity and the potential we have in our district. And again, this is just a very tiny portion of our land package. So a lot of room to grow. We've done a lot of work. We've done geophysics. We've done mapping and sampling. We've done soil grid surveys. All of the work we do consistently finds more gold. And I gotta wrap it up. I'll wrap it up. So just to remind you, catalysts, 7,000 meters of drilling coming in the next 3 to 4 months. Following that, metallurgical work in PEA will continue to deliver more results, advancing the project, de-risking the project, multiple opportunities for value realization. We are undervalued as it is. So there's a lot of room for a re-rate just on what we have, and on top of that we have a lot of news flow that should really re-rate our project. So stay tuned for that. There's a lot of other de-risking activities that should be coming in the meantime, so stay tuned for news. So just to recap and to finalize, we have infrastructure and permits in a safe jurisdiction. We have already a significant resource. The in situ metal value of what we have is roughly $13 billion Canadian as we speak. And we've only drilled, or this only is roughly 1 square kilometer out of 590 square kilometers. We have a lot of room to expand the size of our resource, and that's what we're trying to do, and we've been doing very, very successfully. We have the team that has the skill set and the track record of doing it. We have the community support. We operate by the highest environmental standards, and we are extremely, extremely undervalued. I've invested $300,000 this year alone at around the price where we are at right now. I've put another $1 million in the previous years. Other insiders are doing the same. The market is moving. A lot of stocks are re-rating. We're just starting to move ourselves. So do take note of this. Have a look at what we have. Please reach out. Please ask any questions. This is a very unique opportunity, and I hope you can join us on this journey. Thank you very much for your time.